Who are we once the pain defines us? When the bruises and scars are all over us? Who are we? When there is nothing but hurt, pain, suffering that has consumed us, who are we? It's a good question because it is very difficult defining yourself once you've been abused, betrayed, once you've been traumatized, once you've been accused, once you have been turned against, once you have been hurt from those you've trusted, it's hard to define who you are. Welcome to Lesson Every Day. It's your host, LAT, and hoping you are having a great day and a great week thus far. I am wanting to come to you guys with the topic or conversation topic, another conversation topic, I must say. This conversation topic is just something I've been internalizing and recently experiencing. And so I want to talk about, what do you do when the pain is so deep? Pain cuts you so deep and you're wounded internally, emotionally, mentally, and maybe even physically. What do you do and how do you define yourself when the pain re-traumatizes you or reminds you of the scars and the bruises that you thought you healed from? What do you do? How do you define yourself? How do you define who you are? Does the pain start to define you? Is the pain your new name now because the trauma has brought back old scars, old memories? Or because it's so deep and you don't even know how to explain, and it's hard to look in the mirror to see yourself not knowing who you are anymore, or at least currently not knowing who you are, because now you're having so many different feelings and different thoughts that's overcrowding you, overwhelming you, left or right, pull the pain so deep. And though you may want to talk and maybe there's not much to say because it's indescribable and you just don't know what to say, but there aren't many people, if they haven't been damaged, that understands the brokenness and the damage that you're experiencing or once experienced. What do you do when the hurt is so heavy and the weight of the suffering is overwhelming? See, recently, it seems like I've been spiritually attacked and affecting my mental, spiritual, and emotional, and even physical being. It's like obstacles, challenges, conflict, trauma, all happening all at once, back on back, leaving me barely any room to recover from one attack before the next one, or maybe even being able to recover before having another challenge or another hurt. What do you do? How do you define who you are? How do you define when you don't feel like you're healed? Or you're having to go through healing again? See, it's hard to actually be able to describe what you're feeling when you don't even know how to explain it, right? And then it makes it more complicated or makes it frustrating when you do want to talk about it, express yourself, but then those around don't really understand. Or maybe those that are trying to understand really don't know how to understand, don't know how to comprehend, and maybe they don't even know how to respond. So then they respond with putting themselves in your shoes and saying what they would have done or how they would have handled it. And it makes you feel worse because now it's like, how could you? I couldn't. Why would you try to put yourself in my shoes versus you just being listening ears? That's all I needed you to do was hear. Pain, when it cuts deep, and when it's deeper than the surface. And those who aren't willing to really understand and don't really see themselves being just a listening ear, because sometimes all we need is them to hear pain when it cuts deep. See, lately I've been going through, and then I'm like, you know what? I can't stay there, right? So every day I try to get back up again, get back stronger. Try not to add all of it up, back on back, attack. Trying to get stability mentally and emotionally. Trying to heal physically. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Get help if you need help. And sometimes it's hard to really talk about it when the room is so fresh and it just happened, and that's okay. Knowing that you don't have any words to express or explain how you're feeling, that's okay. Just be okay. The main thing I want to encourage you to do is when you have people that are going through, don't try to put yourselves in their shoes. Just be a listening ear. Most people will communicate exactly what they need and what they need at the moment. And even if they don't know what they need, it's okay. Just be a listening ear. And those that are in pain and experiencing this or having to go through time after time, moment after moment, attack after attack, challenge after challenge, difficulty, obstacles, trauma. Just know that it's okay that you don't have the words to express what you're going through. And just know it's okay if you just need that time. Time to sit alone, because I remember these past couple of days, all I wanted to do was lay in the bed, not get up. Lay under the covers or even behind closed doors, sitting on the floor, not knowing what to say, don't want to say anything. Wanting everything in the memory to go away, but unfortunately, pieces of the memory may come and may flash off and on like a light switch. One moment you have it turned off and you think it's under control and you're stable, and then maybe something re-triggers it and then it comes back on. It's okay. It's a part of it. So what I encourage you to do is find your way to be whole again, and find your way to stand again, and find a way to be okay again. And again, you can't share everything with everybody because there are so many people that would not understand. Sometimes you need to go and find the best helping hand, because everybody can't be a helping hand with what you're going through because they may not have experienced it or can even relate. And that's okay. But don't let the pain define who you are. Don't let the trauma define who you are. Though it's cut so deep, and though the wound may be deeper than the surface can see, just hold on. Keep holding on. Give yourself time to heal, and give yourself time. Give yourself time to be able to be okay again, or find your way to be okay again. Keep holding on. This conversation topic is just really also could be found on blueteabutterfly.wordpress.com as conversation topic 2. Not feeling like oneself, and it isn't easy being expressive to those who aren't going to understand until they feel the pain. Now silence becomes the best answer, and it becomes what the suffering makes you feel. Silence becomes the new ordeal when you can't express or you can't explain. Keeping everything in is how everyone makes one feel when they don't understand, or they just can't be a listening ear. It sucks when you open up to someone who thought, or who you thought would try to comprehend, but the person only recreates the pain and suffering from their response. Conversation topic. When the pain is so deep, it's hard to be understood from the brokenness and damage. But again, I encourage you today, don't let that place, that moment, that time, what you feel and what you're going through and experience, don't let it be don't let it define you. Find your way again. Get back up again. And though what you're going through is what you're going through right now, seasons change, moments change. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. You will find your way back to being whole again, and to being who you are, and to defining who you are. You will. Once again, you will. So stay encouraged. Be encouraged as best you can. And I pray and hope that you heal, and you choose to heal and forgive. Continue on as strong as you can. God bless.